Ah. Gremlin on the road. So I was doing some research for a local trip and I found a city that claims to be the birthplace of all these three things. I've got to go, I thought. Well, part of me did. The other part said, it's so cold. Well, dress for it then. Not like you've got anywhere else to be. Oh yes, I do. Go on, lazy bones. Okay, I'll go. And so, I'm here to investigate. This is the city of Guelph. This is the former home of Guelph Elastic Hosiery, where the company was when they patented male athletic support, otherwise known as jockstrap. It was not quite so simple. John Cartledge, the second generation owner of Elastic Hosiery, did patent a piece of underwear he called suspensory. That, however, was not till 1938. As the local Guelph legend has it, it happened in the 1920s and a contest was held to name this item. Well, if you look at the US Patent Office, somebody had had the idea, the patent and even the name in 1905. So, as nice as it would have been to know that the boy equivalent of this comes from Canada. Sorry, busted. Although, there is kind of a grain of truth in this one. It was the first British patent and they did make and sell millions of those jockstraps over the period of some 80 years. They're still in business, by the way, under some catchy modern name, and in Toronto. The Elastic Hosiery doesn't quite cut it these days. The next stop is across town at the former factory of Steele's Wire and Spring Company. Let's go check out the coat hanger story. As the city website would have it, this was invented and patented right here. Well, that appears to be one tall story. After a not insignificant number of hours on the internet,
Museum speaking, may I help you? Good afternoon, Steel Brothers.
and quite a few phone calls, I can tell you that the humble coat hanger has been patented more times than any one person can take. Unless they're really into coat hangers, I suppose. But there isn't a shred of evidence to link Steele's Wire and Spring of Guelph to any of these patents. The most often credited contender is one Albert Parkhouse, a native of the nearby St. Thomas, Ontario, who, however, by the time of his invention, lived and worked in the US. Right, so is it the case of third time lucky? What about Guelph's claim for the first TV cable service in North America? It was called the Neighborhood TV and it was licensed in 1952. Well, with the website of the Canadian Radio and TV Authority being helpful, not at all. I resorted to some people who read like they know what they're talking about. And no, Neighborhood TV did not hold the first cable TV license in Canada or even in Ontario. But if not the first, it was one of the first cable televisions around, and Fred Metcalfe, who set it up and later sold on to a major network, was, with a friend, the founder of Seajoy radio station. This is the third tower, the third location, here since 1972. Still in business on the same frequency since 1960. Well, that's an achievement. Okay, so the claims to priority have largely been busted, but that doesn't mean Guelph doesn't have anything to see. How many cities do you know that were designed by a novelist? It has a lot of history still standing. You're so happy you can see some old buildings. If you're English or Anglo-Saxon, then poppies in November mean something to you. Well, John McCrae, the author of In Flanders Fields, was born and grew up here. Like you wouldn't believe it, they have a cat cafe.
It's a cat tree. Where's my cat? We've got a deal now.
Medium hot chocolate, medium dark roast black, and medium dark roast one cream.
Oh, there's also a Hampton by Hilton's in Guelph, which treated us really well, but since we've done a tour of these in December, I think I'll just do a video about the hotels at some point soon.